Good morning, it's Yvonne here from the Aussie Goddess to do the weekly reading for the lovely sign of Sagittarius. Alright, Sagittarius, thank you so much for subscribing to my channel. I'm not going to just go on with anything anymore. I'm actually a little over trying to save people the pain of listening to readings that don't resonate with them. So I am not responsible for how other people are anymore. That's how it is. All right, so we're going to use the Rider-Waite Tarot to do your reading. And here we are. Oh, loving it. What a great way to start a reading. The Magician coming straight through. Okay, so the Magician is a card that lets us know that we're about to start a new cycle, and this time we can do things however we want because we hold the power. The Magician is the master manifester. He has everything he needs. He has the cup, the pentacle, the sword and the wand all here. In fact, I think the wand might be that one on the table. But he has everything he needs in front of him. And when we start a new cycle, when we start something new, we can do whatever we want to make whatever we need come into fruition. This is about understanding that you have the power to bring around the result you want. There's very, very significant things in this card that if I had time to break down for you, but if you're interested in the tarot, go and have a look and understand the colours within this card. Really important when you're reading this particular deck. It should be applied to any deck. If you're going to listen to your intuition, you may pull through different energies, but there is a lot of energy in this card of trusting your intuition. That is your manifestation power here. So something you're manifesting here, and it has something to do with your future. You may be trying to create a new path for yourself. You may be trying to create a new energy here. Because I see you looking out towards the future, trying to work out how to leave the past behind. So there's very much this energy of being focused on a future direction and allowing things to... You're starting out, look, you've got the 1 and the 2 here. So there's a progression. All right, so we have the Judgment card. Okay, now I see why you're getting that, rightio. There is something here that you are trying to manifest. And it has something to do with your future. So you're starting to understand here how to not work with the past energies, how to release the past. You're letting go of things that have stood in your way here, and you're starting to understand with this Magician that you actually have more power here than what you've understood before. And you're manifesting some sort of opportunity here, something that you may have missed out on the first time around. Perhaps something that created a great deal of distress in your life. King of Wands. Leo, Sag, Aries. I feel like you're dealing with another fire sign here. I mean, this could be you, but it feels to me like you're dealing with a fire sign. There is some sort of energy that was created in the past here. Some sort of missed opportunity here with the Tower. Now, I always believe that what's on your path is meant for you. And when I say a missed opportunity, it obviously was meant to go past you the first time. Why? Because you had to understand your own power in the situation. So you may have had some sort of breakdown in something, whether this is a job, a relationship, a friendship, whatever it was, it broke down because you were not ready to work with this energy. And the universe is now saying here that you are ready to do this. So we're going to send it around again. But this time you're going to do things differently. Because you've had some sort of Tower moment in the past, which means that you've started to understand something about yourself that didn't serve you the first time around. Maybe you were too subservient in a relationship. Maybe you didn't know how to allow the other person to give back. Maybe you were pushing someone to have something with you that they didn't really want to invest in. It could have been a job that you didn't feel that you did a really good job at the interview. You may be getting another opportunity to, I want to say, seize the day. Something here you're being given another go around with because you weren't ready the first time. transformation here, or you could be dealing with a Scorpio. But there's an energy here of transformation. You've changed. You've changed something about yourself. You've had a huge realization with this. Let me just get a couple more cards and I can give you a bit more information. All right, look at this. Wow. And those two want to come out together. So we're going to go with those as well. These are all major arcanas. This is about going deep inside to find some sort of stability here. You're doing things differently now. I feel like before you were maybe over-investing in something or giving too much of yourself. But somehow or another you're understanding how to stand back now. Because there's sort of this energy of investing in oneself. So you've changed something about a pattern or a behavior that you've been doing here. You may have turned your back on something in your past here with this transformation, especially with this Hermit card. We have Virgo energy and Taurus energy here. You may have turned your back on something from your past to work out how to move forward. There's a lot of energy in these readings today about completing a cycle. There's an energy of self-love here, of intuition, of going deep within to find your own stability, to really look at who you are and what you want. But you've started to see it now. You started to see something that you couldn't before. And it's got something to do with this self-love energy. All right, so we have the Queen of Swords coming through with the Ten of Pentacles, finding your own abundance here. Five of Wands, Seven of Swords. Okay, I can see what it is for you straight away. You've been self-sabotaging somehow. Now, again, with this energy of abandonment and attachment in relationships, perhaps you're a person who sabotages things before they come into some sort of fruition. Somebody said to me before, what does self-sabotage mean? Okay, if you're in relationships and you're scared the other person may not want you or may not love you or may not want to be with you, sometimes you will inadvertently or subconsciously call that relationship quits or pull it away or pull away from it because you feel that you need to have the control over that by calling it a day on something. Even if you really liked the person, you're so scared of the rejection you walk away. And that is self-sabotage. So it's like you fear being hurt, you fear the rejection, so rather than let the other person do it to you, you do it to them. But then when you've done it, you realize that you've hurt and you've let go of something. So then you create this push and pull energy where you go back and you say, I'm really sorry for what I've done. I didn't really mean to push you away, but I'm feeling now that I've done the wrong thing. Can we try again? And sometimes the other person will do that. They will give you another opportunity. But before you know it, again, you're in the same energy where you're pushing someone away because you're scared of rejection. So you keep doing that. And it creates a push and pull energy until the other person probably says, I don't want to do this anymore. And they just give up on you, which really you created in the beginning because you were scared they were going to reject you. And then you get rejected. So it's sort of like this energy of creating an outcome for yourself that you subconsciously thought you were going to get anyway. So it's like it reassures you or validates your feelings. Oh, well, they've rejected me now, so therefore I was right in the first place. But actually, the self-sabotage is that you did that to start with. Because this is the energy I'm getting through here that you're starting to understand about yourself. So when somebody sort of looked like they were moving away, they weren't interested, maybe they didn't text as much, maybe they missed an important day, whatever, you then push them away because you feel they don't love you. But in fact, that is your defense mechanism kicking in, and it's something to do with your abandonment issues from childhood. Now, I see some of you working on that here, and I feel like you could have been working with a counsellor. You could have been getting tarot readings to try and understand this, but you didn't understand it at a deep level. So what you have to do is instead of being scared of rejection, is understand that's your own mechanism around self-sabotage, and that you need to understand that pushing this person away is not the answer. You need to work through that energy. Otherwise, you're going to go pushing, pulling again. It's a cycle that people go through that they don't really understand, and it comes from the very young years. Now, I see you bringing in a balance here and moving forward. There is an abundance here, so something here has been learnt. There's some sort of energy of learning this pattern within yourself. And here I see a beautiful energy of divine timing. So I feel like something's coming in for you here, possibly a water sign. Possibly somebody you did this with in the past, and perhaps their own wounds were open. Perhaps they had similar wounds as well, and perhaps you were both pushing and pulling at each other. And it created that tower where you both walked away. But I feel like now you're understanding you're doing things differently this time. You've manifested something back in. So the universe is now giving you another opportunity here to do something very different this time, because the last time round it created this tower energy. I feel like this person is coming in for another opportunity. You've both seen through this illusion, and the universe is giving this to you as a gift. So you are being given an opportunity to see your own patterns this time and do things differently. Really, really nice energy here. I like it. It's like you've understood how you do this in relationships. And this person is now coming around for another offer. Someone who you felt heartbreak for in the past that you may have walked away from. Somebody who's now willing to invest in this energy. This pattern that you've been through, this ego pattern, is dissolved here. And you're moving forward. But starting to understand what you've done in the past to create this energy. Wow. Potent reading here. Sagittarius, very potent energy. All right, let's get you an oracle card. Isn't it funny? The family card came out before and I didn't really understand it in another reading. But I'm feeling now this family energy is coming through because of what was created for you in your younger years. The card of courage has come through after that. So I feel that this is saying that there is some sort of courage here required for you to face something that was developed for you in your early years, your childhood here. There is some need for you now to understand how to work with this energy. Because you're starting to understand the energy of self-sabotage, and it's called taking a risk. So this time around, you're going to take a risk and do it the right way. A man in armour holds a sword at his side, ready to enter a dark forest. This is a time of great personal strength for you. Whether you realise it or not, you're ready to take a risk and attempt a new adventure. If you've been thinking about taking a chance on something, now is the time to face it. Perhaps there's a challenge you'd like to meet or something you've been longing to express. It may be a time to go public about an interest you've been pursuing. Even if you feel hesitant at first, this card is telling you that the time is right. You are moving into an energetic cycle where you feel your strength more deeply. There is a core of power coming from your own eternal soul, and you can feel the boundless courage that always lies ready within your heart center. Breathe deeply and take that next step. Know that you can trust this core of inner strength to guide you in this exciting time. That's really beautiful reading. So remember, there is something here. If you want to go and look it up, if you want to have a really good understanding of abandonment, attachment, and self-sabotage. And self-sabotage isn't always necessary in the love department. You could do this in other areas of your life. Like, for example, if you're working at a job and you feel that you can't do the job, or you underestimate your own capability, you may self-sabotage your job to prove to yourself that you're not worthy. So it's constantly proving to yourself that you can't do something. So you kill it to start with rather than let it unfold. And it is something we do because we don't want to get hurt. But actually what we do is we give ourselves lots of hurt. And that's the cycle of the Nine of Wands right there. Something that was created in your childhood here. some sort of illusion, some sort of energy of people only setting out to hurt you. And you reinforce that by self-sabotaging. But the energy here with the Courage card is saying to me, you are going to be given an opportunity to do things differently this time. I feel like somebody's coming back in, and this time you're going to learn to do it the right way. All right, I love you. Thank you.